Do 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 and boom goes the dynamite. Alright, I seem to be having some connectivity issues. So if the stream drops, that's why, because, I don't know, it's just, the first time, I have Wi-Fi on, but I only have one bar. I don't know why. We've had some really shitty weather. I don't know if that matters. Anyways, good morning, Deuterino. Good morning, bud. I haven't been live in like a hot minute or two. For me, Phoenix is doing the drill sound. And I was in Vegas chat, and I was just like, this is so stupid. Why am I arguing with a fool? I don't know. Anyways, good morning, Marilyn. I've been sick. I've been sick for like, maybe like 5 days, and this sucks. I haven't been sick in forever. Gary has been sick like 3 times with me, for whatever reason, not getting it, right? And I just think I contribute that to being healthier, like eating better, taking supplements, working my body out, that kind of stuff. But nobody's impervious to illness, no matter how healthy you are, no matter how strong your immune system is. So I eventually did finally catch something, and whatever I have going on, it's like a cold. No fever that I know of, that I haven't felt feverish enough to bother checking my temperature. But the worst part of all of this is, not only did I not call off from work, I've been still going to work. But before I got sick, I volunteered to help out when we had a issue with scheduling. Guys, stop. And so I had to go in on my day off while I was sick. But not even that. The worst part of all of this is I haven't been able to go to the gym. Who would have thought I would have been that guy or that girl that was sad that they haven't been to the gym in like 5 days or so. But the worst part of that, even, it's not the clap. No, Deuterino. Is that I've been eating like a pig. Holy shit. They say starve a fever, feed a cold. I have been feeding this cold. It should have grown legs and walked away at this point. That's how much I've been feeding it. So anyways, I know I've gained weight. I haven't looked at the scale because I haven't felt like being depressed. But I think before I get a shower today, I'm going to go on the scale and I'm going to post my numbers, because I said I was going to do that, right? Like, I'm very transparent. This is a journey. This is a trip that I'm taking you guys with me on. So I'll probably do that, and you will see that I've definitely gained weight. Yes, it probably will feed my haters some ammunition, but I am nothing if not honest about things. So yeah, I have some setbacks, and I'm going to show those too, because, you know, when I go online, I see these transformation videos, and they're amazing. You know, you'll take this really large, overweight person, and then they'll show how they've miraculously transformed their body. But there's a lot of work between those two pictures, or those two video clips, and time. And I give those people lots of kudos for putting those together and showing you their before and afters. But my approach is, we're going to do this together day by day. And so if you're also in a fitness journey, a healthy lifestyle change journey, you can go along with me, and we can commiserate together, because it's not easy. I am not a fitness pro or anything. I'm just a regular person, and I'm just sharing with the world. That's all. Let me go back and see what... Anyways, I didn't mean to miss anybody. Oh, it's the same people. Hello, dear 1415. I love you and your beautiful family. My beautiful family. Hello, Wells. I hope you're Wells. Yeah, but when you put yourself on the internet like that, you're gonna get haters. And also, I'm not the type that ignores people. I push back. So when people hate on me, I just push right back. And so I don't have a lot of haters, but I have a lot of outspoken, very loudmouth haters that make themselves known. So like a handful of really loud haters. And that's okay. I get it. Envy, jealousy leads to hatred. So I understand. It's showing 0 people in chat. Hi, Mike. I see 10. At least that's what the number says. I don't know. If for some reason you're new here, the background noises are my parrot. Oh, look at that bicep, though. It's funny because people are trying to figure out where I work. There are people in this world, for real, that are they let the anger get to them to the point where they want to ruin other people's lives. They take it past the internet. They take it out into the real world to try to hurt people. And those people that want to hurt others, they're the ones that are hurting. They're the ones that are upset with themselves, because you don't see happy, balanced people do that. You only see the unhinged individuals that are miserable with themselves do this to others. I may talk a big game, but I don't actually go in real life. Like, I never have, really. I may have said some shit, but who doesn't talk shit on the internet? Pretty much how you see me online is how I am in real life. Yeah, bud, me too. I think, well, no, I take that back, because, like, online, no, I take that back too. I was going to say I'm more outspoken online, but that's not true, because I'm pretty outspoken in real life too, even in, like, family situations, job situations. Like, I speak my mind. Some people don't like that. I can't not be me, though. You should always be yourself. It's always good to improve upon yourself, but you should always stay true to yourself. It's a pity that my haters won't come in here and face me. Unfortunately, though, I don't have a panel. And I don't think they would do that. They would prefer to talk about me behind my back. Here's the thing. Okay, so there's a group of people that they're like, because I've been on the internet in a certain chat community for like 4 years, going on 4 years. Wow, it's been almost 4 years. And so I learned these people, and we're not strangers. We're friends. I talk to them away from the internet. I have their phone number or their social or whatever. We contact each other away from a chat room, like human beings, because, we know each other for so long, and some of us get along and we talk and stuff like that. Well, there's a group of people that think that that's just downright dirty. Like, they think that we do all this behind the scenes planning and manipulating, and honestly, I don't really have time for that, but okay. So they think that we, away from the public view, do this underhanded, dirty shit or whatever. Meanwhile, those same people do the exact same thing. Maybe they don't share phone numbers. Maybe they share a Discord or something like that. And they can say, well, it's public. You could go to the Discord and look at it. But the way I see it, I'm not going to get into another app just to listen to gossiping people. If you're not going to tell me here to my face, and I don't really care what you do over there. To me, it's the same thing as if you were to call each other. Like, I'm not going to bother with following you down that twisted little rabbit hole. Excuse me. Who's Mike banging? Mike, who are you banging? Deuterino, who are you banging? You know, imagine how different chat would be if we didn't talk about who's banging who wants to bang who, and we left our genitalia out of it and our hormones out of it. We might actually have an intellectual conversation about things instead of each other. Can you imagine? I asked in a chat room last night, I said, do you guys ever get tired of talking about each other? And the general consensus was no. I'm like, can we talk about literally anything that's not about people? No. Okay. Yeah, I know, right, bud? Chat would be different. If we took the sexual nature of it out of it, the sexual jokes, innuendos, whatever, the attraction to each other, however that goes, whatever motivates you in chat, if you took that element out of it and just wanted to talk to another human about something, a topic, wow, imagine that. I tried to do that and I get yelled at. I went to a streamer and no one was talking, so I brought up something I'm interested in, and that person about bit my head off because they weren't interested in it. But I was just trying to contribute to a conversation there was none, you know? So I figure, well, I could do that here. Imagine no pussy or dick talk. Wow. I know. And you know who talks about dick the most is the dudes, oddly enough. I don't get it. I know not everyone is going to be interested in what I'm interested in, but excuse me. Yeah, I'm not ready for the gym yet. I really want to go to the gym, but I'm still so, like, phlegmy and shit. Don't shoot the message or whittle it down. Good. Marilyn, what are you talking about? What's the message? I don't do D-talk. Well, Mike, I didn't mean you specifically, but I can mention quite a few names where the guys bring it up a lot. Imagine all the people living in the world today. You may say, oh God, Deuterino. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you will join us, and the world will not talk about pussy and dick. Oh, really, bud? Well, that's not a bad thing. I mean, what's a pill? So you have to take a pill the rest of your life to stay alive. Well, you're talking about going into a chat, starting conversation, and getting knocked down. I'm sorry, Marilyn. I have sick brain. I mean, I'm not that sick, but I've been under the weather for so long that I can't keep track of what everyone's talking about, including myself. I've been sleeping a lot. You guys know that in order to heal yourself, hey, A-Cat, hello. In order to heal yourself, you have to sleep. I didn't realize that, like, so when I went down the rabbit hole of fitness and learning how to be healthier as a human, one thing I learned that I didn't know was that you actually build the muscle while you're sleeping. So when you're sick, it's better to sleep and rest all your systems that you can, so your body's main focus can be on fighting off the illness. But at night, when you are asleep, wow, Phoenix, when you are asleep, that's when your body repairs itself. So when you go and you lift weights at the gym or whatever, you're actually putting little micro tears in your muscles. So at night, your body takes the protein in your body and repairs all those little tears of your muscles and adds to it. which is what makes your muscles bigger. But before that, I had no idea that that's when it happened. So when you're trying to put muscle on, sleep is very important. And when you're sick, sleep is very important. And a lot of people neglect to sleep enough or well. Not enough can be said about how important sleep is to your body and your mind. I mean, everything. Now, you don't want to oversleep. Some people do sleep too much, but everybody's level is different depending on them. Some people do best with 9 hours of sleep. Some people do best with 7 hours of sleep. So your miles may vary a little bit, but you cannot tell me that you're good on 4 hours because you're human. And even if you don't need as much sleep as the next guy, there is a certain threshold of sleep that you want to get to. Hey, Jamie. That's good, bud. See, like, I'm sorry, I keep coughing at you guys. When you don't socialize with a lot of human beings, like say you're a hermit or you're an invalid or whatever it is, that's where you get sick. You get sick from other people. So if you don't see a lot of people, your chances are less that you're going to get sick. Me, I'm kind of a hermit. But I do go out in the world. Like I go shopping and all that. I go to the gym and shit like that. And I work. But I'm constantly washing my hands. Like it cannot be stressed how important that is. Because that's how you transmit a droplet-borne virus or bacteria to your body. Whether through some sort of mucal lining like your mouth, your nose, your eyes, something like that. The only way that washing your hands doesn't do anything is if it's an airborne virus. But to be an airborne virus, it takes a lot. So most of the time, it's not airborne. So how do you get it? By touching other people, by touching something that a sick person touched, that kind of thing. So my point of this is to say that I blame Gary. I blame my husband for getting me sick because I haven't been around any sick people except him. And I am constantly washing my hands. Yeah, A-Cat, I don't think I have the flu. I hope I don't have the flu. It feels like a cold, you know? Good morning, Tanjuska. Oh, A-Cat, yeah, from far away it probably does. It's the gym. It's the only place that I feel comfortable enough to take a picture at the gym is in this room where there's no other people. It's like a tanning room, but it's not a tanning bed. It's because, like, when I go to the gym, they have a spa section. And so each room either has a tanning bed or a massage, or what this room is, it's just a red light therapy room. So this room, and there's nobody else in there, so I feel okay to take pictures in there. Because for one thing, at my gym, there's a big sign right outside the changing room / bathroom / shower area that says no cameras, no photography back here, which makes sense because, you know, people are changing. They want privacy. But they also have really big mirrors in there, which would be great for photo ops, you know. And I have taken a picture or two that way when there's no one in there. But I just feel so uneasy doing it. So I prefer to just use this room to take a picture if I want to take a picture there. That way I'm not invading anyone's privacy. Yeah, Mike, it sucks too. I've had to work the whole time I've been sick. I mean, I don't have to, but if I didn't, I would really fuck some people over, and I am not about doing that. Yeah, Tanjuska, now that it's coming into spring, all the seasonal allergies are going to take some people out. I can't take an antihistamine because those things knock me out. So if I have to, like, if I had an allergic reaction, then I have to go to sleep because I can't stay awake on those things. But I don't take anything for allergies, even though I have them. Have you guys ever... Oh, no, don't blame Mr. Gary. It's Mr. Gary's fault. Have you guys ever had an allergy test to see what you're allergic to? What they do is they take these little needles, okay, and they prick your skin with just a little bit of everything they're testing you for. So they're going to take a needle and they're going to prick your skin with certain kinds of flowers and trees and feathers and mold and all these known allergy things, allergens. And what's interesting is my results came back. I'm allergic to feathers. I have a bird. And I use a feather pillow. So I'm fucked. Like I just deal with it at this point in my life. I have a referral on the table. I haven't made an appointment. For referral for what? To get an allergy test? It's pretty interesting to see, like, find out what you're allergic to. Also, on my channel, like, a long time ago, I would have to look for it, but because I have a lot of videos on my channel, but I did this test I found online. You can buy it. They send it to you, and it's a kit, and you prick your finger, and you put a little blood on it, on this card, and then you send it to them, and they analyze your blood, and they can tell you what foods you could be allergic to or be sensitive to. And I think, if my memory serves, my results were that I was sensitive to lactose, which is in milk, which makes sense because as I got older, I never really put two and two together, but milk is not my friend. So I switched. I mean, I didn't switch till just recently because back then I was like, I don't care. I'm still going to drink milk when I need to. But now I feel a lot better drinking oat milk than I did cow milk. So I use it. And the only reason I found oat milk, because I have tried almond and soy in the past. Soy milk, I don't recommend anyone drink. Soy is not that good. Soy acts like estrogen. I don't recommend soy for anyone. Some people like almond. I prefer oat. But when I was reading and researching about health stuff and nutrition and working out and all that stuff, I find that oats are incredibly good for you. I am going to try to get back into eating oatmeal. I just don't like oatmeal that much, but I'm going to try. But oats are so incredibly good for you. So when I found oat milk, I was like, this is a step in the right direction for me. Hey, Jim. The last allergy test I had, they did it on each arm, between the shoulder and the elbow, and on my back also. I was allergic to almost everything, and it swelled into one big welt. Oh, shit. Did they give you an antihistamine? I think I had about 75 at the same time. That doesn't seem very smart, Jim. Not on your part, but on the doctor's part. Because if they don't know what you're allergic to and you end up having a reaction to everything. Jeez, oh man. Wait, soya acts like estrogen, like the female hormone? Yes. Yes, go look it up. Also, there are certain shampoos that are similar to that do similar things like that. Oh, yeah. The industry doesn't like to tell you about these things. That's why you got to do your research. Dermatologist said milk, #1 causing allergies. Really? Well, what does that tell you? That humans should not be drinking milk. Milk is for babies, not adults. Now, you can change that milk into other things like cheese, yogurt, all that stuff. But just milk itself, there's a reason why mammals grow milk teeth. Because, like, when you're a baby and you start teething and it hurts for the mom to breastfeed you, that's nature's way of saying, hey, it's getting to be time where I think maybe you can start eating something else. I mean, nature tells you these things, but do we listen? No. No, we don't. The only thing I can take that actually works is Benadryl. There are days that I've had to take 3 in one day. Oh, yeah? Jim, does it make you tired? Benadryl messes me up. You're okay with milk. Milk, people are highly allergic to it. It don't bother Mike, though. I just use a milk substitute because, like, I still eat cereal. And the base of my Frankenshakes that I drink, which I haven't had one in a while, 1, because I haven't been to the gym, but 2, because my personal blender broke. I could use a shaker bottle, but I figured, I'm sick. What's the point of taking that stuff? I'll take a break from it. But I ordered a new personal blender, and I will be going back to the gym hopefully sooner than later. And the base of my shake is oat milk. You have to have something to, some sort of liquid. You're a walking zombie. I didn't realize how tired Benadryl made me until, like, God, it's been a while. I had this one job where I was management, and I decided I was helping them out. My God, this must be a running thing I do. But anyways, this was a long time ago. A long time ago, I had this job in management, and someone called off, so I was like, I'll pull a double. And I started having an allergic reaction to something, and so I took Benadryl, and oh my God, I didn't realize how tired it made me, and I had to work a double, and I thought I was gonna die. It was so bad. It was so bad. I was like, never again. I had to, like, really force myself to, like, I don't know, stay lucid. My grandpa's farm had a cooler in the milk barn that had fresh cow's milk after they milked. Oh my God, fresh cow's milk is amazing. I've had raw milk before, cow and goat. And I don't know, man, I'd rather just pasteurize it. First of all, I think goat milk's nasty. I've tried many different ones, and I don't like the risk involved with drinking unpasteurized milk. I know that if you're if it's a very hygienic source, you should be fine. And the reason we pasteurized things when we did was because back then the industry was pretty dirty. But even still, like, I don't know, I'd rather just pasteurize it. Plus, you know, did you know that there is a certain percentage of pus that is okay by the FDA to pass through in our milk? It's not a high percentage, of course, but shit happens, you know? And they're like, that's enough. That's fine. You can drink that. It's like, oh my God, gross. Listen, I never have to worry about pus in my oat milk. Okay, oats don't make pus, so I'm good. And also, I'm not stealing a baby's food, because that's basically what we're doing, right? When we have dairy cows, the only way to get milk is to get the animal pregnant first. Then we take their baby away and we take their milk. I'm not trying to make you feel bad, but I'm kind of trying to make you feel bad. Hey, Mandy. Yeah, Tanjuska, everybody's a little different as to how they react to Benadryl, but me, I'm one of those that's going to get knocked right the fuck out. Yumi, that's good that you're not allergic to anything with food. Excuse me, I don't really have too many allergies. Nothing serious, like nothing deadly or anything like that. They, ACAT, they say that if there is a baby, like a human baby, goat milk is actually better than cow milk. It's easier to digest. Mike, you've never had a Benadryl? Wow. I don't drink unpasteurized milk because I don't like drinking straight from the tap. Well, you don't have to put your lips on their nipples. I mean, but there's a reason why it's pretty illegal to sell raw milk unless it's labeled as like pet food or something. Hater's allergic to the Yumi cat. Okay, bye, Mike. Excuse me, bye, Mike. You just took an allergy pill. What did you take? I've tried like Zyrtec and stuff like that, but my body, the way I responded to that stuff wasn't. I didn't like the way it made me feel. I go to the maternity ward at my local hospital to get my milk. I'm sure you do, Deuterino. Do you know that there is actually like a service that will provide you breast milk if you can't produce breast milk? Like, people donate their milk, and I guess they test it just like they test blood. You know, they test it for, make sure it's safe, and they store it. And then if you can't produce milk and you want to give your babies breast milk, and then I don't know if you guys knew this, but hey Monica, Salma Hayek, years ago, when she was lactating because she had a child, and she was filming or something. She was doing something in another country, and there was this mother in it was like a third world country, I believe. And this mother couldn't produce milk and her baby was starving. And it's not like they could just go to the store and get formula because they were like poor in the third world country type situation. So Salma Hayek breastfed some other lady's baby. Now, you kind of have to be careful about that because you can't actually transmit diseases that way. But I thought that made me respect Salma Hayek so much more, that she did that for a stranger. Like wow, you know, she's this big famous rich celebrity and she's getting like down with the people. Like, I thought that was so cool. You never lactated, Patrick. That means you were born male. Congrats. I've never lactated either, and I have ovaries and everything. You're allergic to blue dye, Marilyn? How did you find out? How did you realize that that's what you were allergic to? Jim, was that you dressed as a baby to get onto that sweet Salma Hayek milk? Listen, I don't care what anybody says. Salma Hayek was a gorgeous woman inside and out. And if you don't believe me, just go watch From Dusk Till Dawn when she's dancing with that snake, okay? Just go do that. All I'm going to say is, when I started this live stream, I didn't know I was going to be talking about Salma Hayek's titties. That was never intended. There is something to be said, not to change the subject off of Salma Hayek's titties, but there's something to be said about all the dyes that we put in our food. Human beings are very visually stimulated, right? Colors are important to us, I guess. We put color in everything. Did you know that they put artificial coloring in fish? Because, Phoenix, what are you building? They'll put pink coloring in like salmon and shit, so it doesn't turn gray and look unappealing. And there is something to be said about how certain dyes that we use here in the United States are not legal in like Europe. Why is that? Why can't we be more like them? They do not allow so many preservatives and colorings that we use here. I think they're just a little more health conscientious. Or our country's trying to kill us slowly. I'm not entirely sure yet. I haven't figured it out. Yeah, I saw her dancing with the snake. Women should not dance with snakes. It's not sexy at all. You know what, Jim? I saw an interview with her, and she said that not only was she afraid of the snake, but she didn't realize it was going to be that big. And she said it was so heavy. It was so heavy. Like, when you watch the movie, she pulls it off pretty well. But I can imagine, because I've held a big snake like that, and they are heavy. Yeah, they do it to make it look better. You know what's crazy is, like, if you ever look at dog food, like Beneful is a big one that does this. If you look at the bags of dog food, okay, like when you're at a pet store or the grocery store or whatever, Beneful has different colored pieces of kibble, okay? Dogs can't see that. Dogs are, I forget what kind of colorblind they are. Dogs can see blue, and they can see yellow, I believe. They can't see all that shit, and they don't care. So that dye is in there just to sell it to humans, to give to the dogs that don't give a shit what color it is. So it's all about marketing and selling shit to you. Those dyes in the dog food are actually quite harmful. And a lot of times these dogs develop reactions to it. So people will be feeding them this garbage food that has all this dye in it and be like, I don't know why my dog has a skin condition, or why she's always itchy and red and scratchy, or gets hot spots, or losing her fur or whatever. Dude, it's because you're feeding her poison. Barkley. I like that name, Monica. Yeah, me neither. Like, I won't feed my animals that. The only difference, though, is with my parrot. My parrot came to me eating colored food, and I'm not a huge fan of that. When I first got him, I tried to switch him to Higgins, which is a brand of bird food that they don't put coloring in their pellets, and he won't eat it. And I've tried, and it's expensive, and so I'm just like, well, you win some, you lose some. So he eats a lot of Zupreme, which is also a pretty good, it's a pretty good brand. And from what I understand, the coloring is safer than, like, I don't know. But I'm still not super comfortable about it. But he's very difficult to feed. He doesn't eat vegetables much. He's very picky about fruit, too. And he's really stuck in his ways. The dogs, though, they can't see the color, so they don't give a shit. They see with their nose, you know? Red Kool-Aid and Flamin' Hot Cheetos. Yeah, those are colors you'll never see in nature. Like, why does the color of Mountain Dew look like it would glow in the dark? It's like the color of uranium. Like, why? I'm of the same opinion, Tiffany. The cheapest bread has GMO. You must buy over $3 bread to do the non-GMO. Yeah, it's like, it's weird because the food that has less crap in it costs more. Like, you would think all the crap they put into the food, it would be more expensive because they're using more things to put in it. But no. It's less. Yeah, but that's cool that you have a garden. I've tried gardening. I'm just not very good at it. You should see my snake. Hi, happy ending if you're still here. All right, bud. Happy ending. I think I have seen your snake. Should I not say that out loud? I lost all my fur-eating food would die. Patrick, no. Because it's coolant. Hi, Randy. So you're saying you can You can use Mountain Dew as like radiator fluid. Cute. I don't recommend that, by the way. Tanjuska, I gotta remind me, I gotta tell you something privately. I might consider making my own bread if I can find non-GMO flour. Making your own bread is super cool, but I'm really bad at it. Like, I can make a really good crusty bread, you know, like a crust and then the warm, soft center, but it's only good when it comes out of the oven fresh. And then it, like, all kind of, like, after a little while, the crust gets soft and it's not as good. I don't know, at, like, the next day. So if I don't eat it right away, I'm like, eh. And then it's just like, it's a lot of work. I'm a lazy bitch. It's like I got to get the yeast started the night before and blah, blah, blah. Convenience has made me lazy. Why is Patrick king of the chat? What makes Patrick so special? Excuse me. I'm so sorry. Oh, if you see Rusty around, if you guys know Rusty, she may be using my Instagram photo, which is fine. I think it's cute that she's using another woman's picture. But just so you guys all know, you know it's not a scandal. That picture was posted a couple years ago. Oh my God, was it a couple years ago? Jeez, time is flying. And it's still on my Instagram, and you guys are all welcome to go look at it yourself. Any picture that any of my haters wants to pass around is a picture that I put on social media myself. I think it's funny that they're like, look, this is Tiffany. Yes, that's Tiffany. She put that up there. My Instagram, by the way, is Tiffany_wears_ t-shirts. And it's mostly me wearing my Fabletics gear, pictures of food, pictures of the pets, or sometimes Gary's in there. And that's pretty much my... Oh, and sometimes I started doing this, and I got to remember to do this today. I'm going to start posting my BMI on there as well. I am not looking forward to what the scale is going to say today. Just because I've been feeling sorry for myself being sick and not being able to go to the gym. So I've been resorting to old ways of eating crap, which is my own fault. I shouldn't bring it in the house. So I know if I go to the grocery store, that's where it starts. If you're trying to lose weight or you're trying to eat better, it always starts there. For me personally, if I'm going in the cupboard or the fridge or whatever to eat something and I don't have any like junk food, I am so lazy too. I am not going to get in my car and go to the store to get some. It's not going to happen. I will end up eating something healthy instead. But when it's here, I can't help myself. It's like I turn into a monster, especially at night, which is the worst time to be eating anything, especially garbage. So, yes, the next post that I'm going to share about my weight is going to be terrible. So, I've regressed a little, but that's okay. This is a perfect opportunity. This is how you got to look at things whenever you stumble and fall and you like maybe fail at something. It's an opportunity to do better, right? Don't try to like switch your brain into taking something negative and making it positive. It will do your mood all the wonders in the world. Because if you just dwell on like, oh, I failed, I suck, blah, 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 then you're going to live in that. And you don't want that for yourself. You want to say, okay, I am human. I made a mistake. or I maybe I went down the wrong path, or whatever it is for you. And you have to say to yourself, and I am human, and that is okay, and I am going to learn from this, and I am going to take steps forward to do better this time. You know? When I'm quiet, it's because I'm reading you guys' comments. I can't read all of them because, like, some of them are just like, hi, hi, hi. That's boring. I'm not going to read them all. But I am reading them all, though. Bud says his foot doesn't hurt anymore and his eye's better. That's good. And if you can get her on a special day and you're wearing a white t-shirt, she'll sign it for you with her butt. Who can do that? Honestly, if you can sign something with your butt, that's a skill. These pretzels are making me thirsty. That's Seinfeld, right? That's great, Tiffany. Keep it up, eating healthy. Well, yeah. You're saying it all wrong, Patrick. It's these pretzels are making me thirsty. Tiffany, are you the Snuffleupagus in disguise? No. If I was gonna be a Debbie Downer character, it would be Eeyore, 100%. Because Eeyore has his tail nailed to his butt. Yeah, Marilyn. But you have to be careful too, because you can fall into that rabbit hole of protein. And while most people don't eat enough protein, if you become super focused and fixated on health and building muscle, you can eat too much protein. So you have to be careful. They say it's like almost a gram per body pound per weight it's almost a gram per pound of your optimal body weight. So if you want to be 150 pounds, and you should eat 150 grams of protein, somewhere around there. So if you're eating more than that, you're really going to tax your kidneys. So you have to be careful. But what I'm finding is it's difficult to get that much. That's why I do supplement with like protein shakes. And I've been also finding like snacks too that are like protein snacks that can maybe supplement the things I eat that aren't so good for me. Like, I don't know, like I found Quest chips, and I'll try to eat those instead of like Doritos or something like that. I got these Pop-Tart things that are pretty good, and so I've been trying to substitute those for like chocolate, because they have these chocolate Pop-Tart, but they're not really Pop-Tarts. They just kind of seem like Pop-Tarts, and they're protein, lots of protein. So that's what I try to do. And then even just finding substitutions for junk with just healthy whole food. So if you got a sugar craving, you eat an apple, that kind of thing. But it's it's easy to fall out of that habit. And I found that because I haven't been sick in so long, that kind of threw me off track a little bit. Yes, we need to improve from our mistakes. It's called learning. Yeah, I am human and I don't want to live. Randy, that's terrible. Mary says, Tiffany, you need to reward yourself every now and then. You deserve a little bit of a cheat day on what you want to eat, and then you can make it up. Mary, while I do agree with you, you are the last person to give advice, and I'm sorry to say this, okay, but just from visually looking at you, every day is a cheat day for you, girl. You need to stop with the cheat days. But I also know that you're not going to. Like, I'm not delusional. I say live your life as happy as it makes you. If food is your thing, I can't tell you otherwise. But cheat day is for someone that puts the work in the rest of the week. People usually have one cheat day a week. Even The Rock, even Dwayne Johnson. If you look at his diet, every day he eats like white fish. That's his main source of protein last I checked. And then For 6 days. That's all he eats is like real lean shit, real healthy, nutritious, lean proteins, shit like that. Boring as all hell, but that's what he does. And then on his cheat day, he eats pancakes like a motherfucker because he loves pancakes. It's high in carbs and all that other shit. But Mary, every day for you is a cheat day. So you need to do the opposite. Randy's going to go live. I remember, Tiffany, where you had to pin the tail on Eeyore. I always feel bad for Eeyore. I feel like that's probably why he's in a bad mood. Holy shit, I'm really behind on comments. Because he has a tail nailed to his ass. Poor guy. Yeah, Edward Jam doesn't come here anymore. I'm not sure why. I haven't really seen him. I've seen him in Vegas, but he doesn't come here. But that's okay. Randy, I've seen those chips. They're actually not that much better for you. They're yummy, though. And they come... There's, like, all different kinds of root vegetables in them, so they all have, like, their own unique flavor. I'm saying when you go for the bad things, take protein first. You may not go for the junk food. Oh, Marilyn, yeah, you could say the same thing for water. A lot of times people mistake thirst for hunger. So they'll eat something, but really they're thirsty. But your brain gets confused. So, yeah, if you are I need to take this advice. I always tell myself this, and then I don't listen. If you are craving something, first drink water. Drink like a bottle of water or a glass of water. If you're still craving it, do what Marilyn says and have something protein-based. Protein is very satiating. It'll make you not feel hungry. Also, if you're constantly craving like salty or something specific, that could be your body's... Oh, I'll wait, Phoenix. You done? That could be your body's way of telling you that you're missing something, like a key nutrient that your brain says, oh, I want cheese. I want cheese-flavored snacks, but really maybe you need calcium or some shit like that, you know? Yeah, I agree, Monica. When you get off track, it messes you all up. Trust me, I fell off the track too. I was doing pretty good, and then I crashed and burned. But like the phoenix, Monica, we shall rise again. Oh, you're going to keep the goatee, bud? That's cool. As long as you're doing it for you, you know what I mean? The problem with not having a cheat day, though, is being too strict can cause you to binge later. I'm not trying to pick on Mary, Patrick, but Mary's trying to give me nutrition advice, okay? Do you not see the irony in this? Come on. And I'm one of the nicer ones to Mary. I don't jump on the Mary hate train, okay? I'm pretty nice to Mary, but Mary coming in here telling me I should have a cheat day? Come on, man. Come on, dude. Don't tell me I'm picking on Mary. I'm not trying to. I encourage Mary singing, even though, you know, it is what it is. I feel like if it brings you joy, just do it. If it doesn't hurt anyone, I sing, and I'm no professional. I've been listening to some professional singers. Oh my goodness, when you hear a piece of music or harmonizing or whatever, and it moves you inside, and I don't mean your bowels, I mean like your soul. Like, that's just, it's beautiful. And I've been listening to stuff like that a lot lately. And then it reminds me that I really can't sing. But it doesn't matter. You just do it because it makes you happy. Your singing sucks, but does it bring you joy, Patrick? Sing in the shower, sing in the car, sing wherever. I find it's cathartic in ways. Like, I'm not a screamer. Like, I don't scream when I fight with people. I get loud. Like, I come from a Sicilian family, okay? Italian/Sicilian. And they're loud people even when they're happy. But I was raised more in the American culture, but still, it's in there. But I don't scream and yell at people. That's why, like, on panels, sometimes people want me to go on panel with them. Like, my oppositions. Like, maybe, Patrick, you might know who I'm talking about. I'm not a screaming type of person. And some people, I think, they get therapy out of screaming over people. I think that's their therapy. Me, I don't do that. But what I do, what I do is I like to really belt it out. So, like, when I'm driving in the car by myself, especially, sometimes when Gary's there, but Gary's always like, shut up. I don't blame him. But, like, when it's me time, oh, man, I can belt out a song like no one's business. And it feels good. And, like, if I'm having a bad day, then I'll listen to certain kind of songs and I'll sing with them. And it just lifts my mood. And even when I'm in a good mood, there are other songs I listen to. And it's just a happy place. And there's nothing wrong with that. And if that's Mary's happy place, then so be it. Depends on the salad, right, Monica? Because lettuce itself, or arugula, or romaine, or whatever your base is, that's okay. But then you put cheese, and you put ranch, and you put all this other shit on it, and then it's no longer the healthy thing you thought it was. Just depends. Plus, is it salad season? I don't know. I'm not even going to sing. I'm not even going to attempt to sing right now. I'll sing to myself. I'm not going to put you people through that because obviously I can hear myself talk and I sound like crap. I still sing though, just not publicly. Eventually, when I feel better though, I seriously do want to start getting on Smule again. There's a couple songs I want to see if they're on there and I want to see if I can sing them. My new thing, my go-to song these days is an older song, but it's I'm Yours by Jason Mraz, and it's not exactly what I would consider easy of a song to sing, especially when he does that bop-a-doop-a-doop like that part. I can't do that, but it's fun to sing to, so I might try it. Mary singing sometimes lifts my moods, but not always. I guess it depends on the day and the song, huh? Some salads, especially those from restaurants or with heavy dressings and toppings, can be surprisingly unhealthy, packed with calories, fat, and sodium. Consider Caesar salads, Cobb salads, taco. Listen, taco salad is not a salad. Potato salad, not a salad. I think we're really taking some artistic liberties with that word salad. The next song I want Mary to sing is the old one by Offspring, You Gotta Keep Them Separated. Why that one? Is it because it's all like machismo, like I'm all up in your face, I'm gonna take you out kind of song? You want to see Mary do that? Mary's singing makes my kittens fight each other. If you ever want to start a kitty fight club, have Mary sing. That's funny. See, I couldn't do keto. Keto is too strict. If I'm too strict with myself, I know I'm going to fail. That's just me, though. I'm not trying to yuck your yum at all. But I know me. And I do know that I've fallen off the wagon so hard that when I first started my journey, I counted the I started counting the calories I was eating in a day because I was curious. I didn't know what I was doing, right? So I might have to do that again just to get back to like a base level of what is okay, what is not okay. Because at this point in time, I have no idea how many calories I'm consuming. And while calories themselves are, it's energy, right? And if you don't use that energy, you're going to store it. I know, Monica, you keep pushing this app on me. I might have to use it. It might be easier. Can you send me what it's called? Is it free? I'm not paying for anything. I'm broke. I finally have a day off tomorrow. I'm excited. I don't know what I'm going to do with myself. Probably want to sleep all day. That would be such a shitty waste of a day, though. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, I might try it because I need to get back into what the hell am I doing? You know, like I've really strayed from where I was. Okay, Tanjuska, I saw that. I'll email you back. Thank you. Yes, I will tell you. I should tell Monica too. I don't know that Monica knows either, but I will tell you guys. I know Angie knows. I told her. I just told Vegas you were live. Oh, thanks, bud. I'm going to be getting off here pretty soon though. But thank you. You're making potatoes. Oh, see, I could never do keto, man. I love potatoes. My go-to meal when I come home at night, and this is probably not great to eat at night, but is I throw a piece of salmon and some French fries in the air fryer. I need to like work out some vegetable. That way at least it's a complete meal. I do eat vegetables, but not enough. And I've been skimping on them at night. Lots of potato substitutes. Like what? Cauliflower? Like how do you substitute a potato? Potatoes are amazing things. They're so versatile. They're yummy. They're packed with potassium. Bananas get all the freaking glory when it comes to potassium, but I'm pretty sure potatoes have higher potassium than bananas do. Phoenix, can I show you? Will you allow me? Can I have your permission? Do I get your consent? Let's see if I could get you in here. This green screen, man, I don't know where the... Come here. I'm gonna grab your beak. Beaky, beaky. Am I giving you guys all seizures? I'm sorry. I don't know how to figure out this green screen thing. It's like you got to be at the right level of how far away you are, and I can't figure it out. I don't know. Yeah, that's a potato. Spinach, highest potassium. That's what I need to get back into. I used to blend fruits and veggies together and just drink them, like with water. It would be like such a thick drink, if you could even call it that. But I used to juice, and juicing's actually not that great for you. I gotta sneeze, hold on. They always come in threes. I watched a long time ago, there was this documentary called like Fat, Sick, and Bloated or something like that. Fat, Bloated, and Nearly Dead. I don't know. It was about this guy who was really unhealthy, and he found juicing. He got a Breville juicer, and he changed his life around, which is great. I tried that. Me and Gary went on a juice cleanse, right? Gary lasted 2 days. I lasted 3 days. About 3 days in, small children were starting to look tender and appetizing. So I thought, maybe this isn't so good. Then I started reading about it more. And juicing takes out the fiber, but not the sugar. So it really fucks your sugar levels. So if you have issues with sugar like I do, because I'm hypoglycemic, it's really not great, because then you get a high sugar, even if it's just fruit and veggies. You get high sugar, and then you crash. with no fiber to kind of keep it, you know, balanced and shit. So I stopped juicing, and then I got a blender, and I just started blending it. And that way, it's like you're eating the whole food. It's just, you know, in kind of a liquid form. And it's not necessarily the most appetizing, but it's really good for you. And if you're not getting enough veggies in your diet, this is a good way to hide your veggies because you don't really taste them too much. So I would throw spinach and kale in there with some fruit. And I need to get back into that. I really do. Like, that's something I should start doing more of. If we talk about potatoes enough, will that summon Billy? I don't know. You're on a potato diet. How fat are you? I'm just kidding. I don't really care. Hey, Adela. I don't like squash, but remember, Monica, I told you about Sharp Shopper, right? Sharp Shopper had these healthy choice zero, they're called, I think, microwavable meals. And they have a lot of veggies in them. And squash is in the chicken verde, I think. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do when they're out of those because that store doesn't, like, get the same shit, like, ever. So they get, like, a huge pallet of shit, and then when it's gone, it's gone. So for the last few months, that's what I've been using as my lunch at work. And they're not bad. The sodium is a little bit high. I mean, that just happens with microwavable meals, but for the most part, pretty damn healthy. Pretty good everywhere else. High protein, low carb, that kind of thing. And that's a lot of where I'm getting my vegetables right now, which isn't great. I need to start doing the blending shit again. But I don't like squash. What the heck is potassium anyway? And why do we need it? Patrick, you don't know? Well, basically, Patrick, potassium helps with so many things, like your heart, your nerves. It helps with moving things in your bowels. It helps with a lot of things. You can't live without it. Kazakhstan? Whenever I see Rostitute, if you guys know who Rostitute is, he's in chat. I always greet him with the little bikini emoji. And that's not because I'm wearing the bikini. It's because they don't have a mankini emoji. Because Rostitute should be wearing a mankini, like in Borat. But they don't have an emoji for that, so that's what it stands for. I wish I was off today. I feel like shit still. Like, sometimes I wake up and I'm like, oh, I feel pretty good, you know? Hey, I'm beating this thing. Right on, right on. And then it hits me. And it's like, oh, shit. No, it's still here. Ross is gay. Hey, Joe Dirt. Why do you say that? Why don't you like Ross? What has he ever done to you, bro? Adela, that's good. Did you go get a physical? Oh, speaking of physicals. Shit. I had to cancel mine. I need to reschedule that. Yeah, Ross has always been nice to me. He has some very strong political stances, but I don't get too involved in politics, political talk, so I don't really care. People get so angry with each other because they don't agree on politics, and I just think it's silly. Like, friendships will end, family relationships end over that shit. He has a hard on for Whipper. I didn't know that. Are you sure? I used to think Whip was cool. Like, and I know Adela is friends with him. But Adela, you should know that I was always nice to Whip, right? And then one day I had a panel and I let Whip up, I let Vanguard up, but me and Vanguard have kind of a history when it comes to he attacks me a lot. And so I attack back because I'm not a doormat. I don't just sit there and take it. So me and him, we fight somewhat a little bit in chat. So anyways, I had that panel and Vanguard obviously drunk, like normal. And Whip was also drunk. So I put Vanguard backstage because he wouldn't shut up. And I'm not like other streamers, my stream, my rules. And Whip got really mad and made it into like an American versus European thing, which it's never like that with me. I don't care where you're from. Shit, my mother is from Europe. Like, I'm not anti-Europe. I'm not anti any country, honestly. I could give a shit. But he made it this big thing. So then I kicked him because he wouldn't stop talking. So now he hates me. It's like, dude, I thought you were my chat friend. He goes, you were never my friend. And I'm like, all right, well, you're mad because I kicked you, but you were really drunk. And so was Vanguard. And he didn't know, or he didn't care, that me and Vanguard don't necessarily always get along. So now Whip doesn't like me anymore. So there's that. When you're a stream owner, you can never win no matter what you do. I think I blocked Whip because he started constantly attacking me, and I'm like, dude, I don't need this from you. Like, I get enough of that. So I think I blocked him. But then for whatever reason, I saw him again. I don't know if he has another account or what happened there, but whatever. Oh, it isn't that I let him get to me. I was just surprised that he acted that way. I'd never seen him like that, but it is what it is. I mean, what do I always tell people? Eventually, you get to know people on here. They show their true colors, so it's okay. That's who he is, He's not my. It's not my circus, and he is definitely not my monkey. How many days till Hanukkah begins? Yeah, yes, Adela. Yes, he was drunk, but even when he's sober, because I talked to him when he was sober, I'm like, look, dude, you were drunk on my panel, and so was Vanguard, and me and Vanguard don't always get along, because he was all, like, Team Vanguard, right? Like, you were being mean to Vanguard because he's a European, blah, 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 UK, whatever, and you were being nice to the Americans, because I let Ray 1 up there, because I was like, why not, and, he's still mad about it. Like, even as a sober person, you try to talk some sense into the sober part, and it doesn't. I guess it doesn't matter. He's just always gonna be mad. I'm like, hey, start your own panel. Anyone can. Like, no, you're not. No one's special because they have a panel, right? Everyone gets some free hours. Okay. Now that there's like a bunch of people in here, well, not a bunch, but at one point there was like 4 people in here. Oh, let me just end it on this note, okay? because I have to go. But one thing that I will never care about when it comes to these live streams, like my videos that I edit and stuff, that's one thing, and I know I'll never get high counts. I don't see myself as a social media guru or superstar or anything like that. It's just a hobby I've had for a long time. If you look at my channel, I have like over 1,000 videos, right? I just enjoy it. I like editing, I like filming, I like showing things on cam. I don't know, it is what it is. But when it comes to this stuff, I give very low to little shit about how many people are actually here. What I'm saying is numbers don't really matter to me when it comes to just speaking with you guys. I enjoy quality over quantity. If I had 100 people in here but no one was talking, then who cares? But if I have 4 people in here but they're all engaging and we're having an interesting conversation, to me personally, that's what I like. And when I see people talking about numbers, especially my numbers, but like even in general, or caring about their own numbers and then saying they don't care about numbers, I just think that's silly. Like, look, none of us that we know of each other here are going to be YouTube famous. But that's not why I'm here. I'm here because it's fun. I like it. There are things that I like to do here. Different things. Sometimes I make edited videos about FabFitFun. Sometimes I walk my dog. Sometimes I come on here and bitch about people. Sometimes I like to talk about alien conspiracies. I really would like to talk to some people about what's going on with Giza and these sightings people have been seeing, and just what the fuck's going on with our bees. Like, all the bees are dying. Like, there's just so many topics that I would love to explore with the right people. Not the masses, not people that are just gonna watch, but like actually converse. So that's what I appreciate about like YouTube Live and shit like that. Anyways, maybe another day when I have time, we can delve deeper into actual topics, like the fact that if we lose our honeybees, we're in trouble. And one thing that they did, like, let me just leave you with this little tidbit, okay? One thing that they did was they studied the aluminum or aluminium, depending on where you live, levels in bees. Like, you guys know aluminum can cause dementia in humans. That's why people have been switching to like aluminum-free deodorant and shit like that. Well, in honeybees, we're losing them every year in drastic amounts. Millions of colonies are dying, and that's what pollinates our crops, okay? They're finding that there is like 70 times higher levels of aluminum in these bees. These bees have freaking bee dementia. Like, and why are we not talking about this? Yes, it's fun to talk about that bitch who said this about that person. But bigger picture, our species is in trouble, you know, like, or there might be other intergalactic dimensions, like what's going on in the galaxy. Like, there's so many other things we could talk about other than people. Like, I mean, it's fun, but it gets to a point where I get tired of it. But anyways, all right, I gotta go. You guys be well. I will, maybe next time we can expound upon these things. But today is not that day. Have a good day. Be well. Take your vitamins. I'll see you guys next time. Toodles.